What do you think is the most important thing when it comes to diet? Is it calories? Or is it ratios of fats, proteins and carbs? Is it minerals? Or is it hydration? I'm telling you it's hydration. It's hydration. And that's why eating a fruit diet is so great, because everything I eat hydrates me except for dates. And what prompted me to make this video actually was about half an hour ago. I just ate a load of dried dates, and they just, every single time I do that, which is every day lately, like I've got myself into this thing where I'll hydrate myself all day and then dehydrate myself at night with dates. And essentially what dates do, because they're all dry, is they rob me of all the water I consumed in the daytime. So I'll go through what a day like typically looks like for me on like in diet. So every morning I'll juice a whole watermelon, get about 4 litres out of that, and that'll be my water for the day. So I don't drink any water whatsoever. I actually don't put anything in my body at all that's dead. But you could argue that dried dates, because they've been sat in a box for like 2 months, they're not as alive as like a fresh watermelon, are they? Or like, you know what I mean? It's like it's in a grey area, I think. Definitely better than eating like cooked food or whatever, but don't know, it just feels like a grey area to me. So yeah, I'll juice a whole watermelon, get about 4 litres, and then that'll be my water for the day. And I'll just drink that, you know, throughout the day as water. I'll just use it like water. And then my first meal, usually somewhere between like 12 and 3 p.m. Today it was 3:30. Today I had some plums. So I'll always, well I say always, usually eat like a mono meal. So like just one fruit, and then I'll just eat that. Because I found that when I start combining things or using more than one thing, maximum 2, but more than one, I'll start running into problems. I feel the difference basically. There's like, I can feel that my body's using way more of its vital life force to accommodate what I've just done. Like it only really seems to understand one thing at a time. So I've pretty much learned while eating like this that that's what I should do, and that is what I do, and that is what I prefer to do actually now. I feel best when I do that. So the simpler I eat, the better I feel. And mono meals are the way to do that. So yeah, I had my first meal about, you know, the time I said, and then a couple of hours later, lately I've been eating dates, and every day, I'm learning every day not to do it, but every day I get more and more, I'll get more impatient with it. Like the feeling of what I've got right now in my stomach, it just feels like a brick in my stomach. I don't think the digestive system is this complex thing that, well, it is complex in ways, but I think the intestines are just literally like a pipe. It's just like a tube with muscles in it that push things through. And obviously it has other functions, like higher spiritual functions too. But I think it's just a pipe. So anytime you put something in it that doesn't have water, then it's going to naturally struggle. Oh god, hold on, sorry. Oh no, I've just accepted the job. As I was saying before I got interrupted, I'm delivering Uber Eats, which is funny because of my lifestyle. And then I'm taking these drugs to people, which is what it is. So I'm a drug dealer. But yeah, like I was saying, the pipe, the intestines, to me, I think they're just a pipe. It's just a tube. And anytime we put something dry in it, it just struggles. Anyway, back to the main point of this video, which is hydration. The most important thing for when we eat anything is hydration. Everything you eat, you want it to have water in it, and ideally it needs to be fruit water, H3O2, which is not H2O. It's living water, it's alive, it has structure. If you put dead water in your body, then your blood is going to be made out of dead water. Obviously your body will convert it into life, but it costs energy to do that. So if you can just consume high water fruits, which is a tall ask, I know, for a lot of people, for most people, even for me, because I'm eating fucking dates. But if we can just consume high water fruits, then we will feel the most vital that it is possible for a human to feel once we get through the detox process, which is why when you first start detoxing, you have to consume like 8 litres of juice every day. And it's because the intestines are so full of gunk and covered in mucus and muck and crap that we just need that amount of liquid. But once the intestines get cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, they absorb things way better. You don't need nearly as much. Like if I don't eat dates, I will drink, I don't know, 3.5 to 4 litres of watermelon juice, and that will do me for the whole day, and I will do this job while I'm doing that. So I'll ride like 30 miles on 4 litres of watermelon juice, which if you go by calories, that's about, I don't know, 1300 calories. And I'm doing like 30 miles on the bike. So by like modern science's standards, or what modern science tells us, is that I would be losing weight very fast, but that's not what's happening. And I've got energy to do it. And it's all about the living water, not putting dry things in the body, and making sure that everything I consume has life in it. So the more life I consume, the more life I have to use, because everything I consume is going to be used by my body in some way, converted by my body in some way. You can't just eat a bunch of dead shit and expect for the body to run optimally. It doesn't make any sense, does it? So that's where I'm at with that. Just thought I'd make a little video while I was out riding, because I've got this dehydrated lump of date in my stomach and it's not a very nice feeling. And I'm trying to quit, and I will quit. We're going to quit the dates.